Hi, welcome to section 2.2 on solving equations, but this time we're going to use the multiplication property to help us solve these equations, and we didn't do that in section 2.1. We did the addition property. Now, when we talk addition property, by the way, addition property also includes subtraction, because addition and subtraction are related. Subtraction is basically adding the opposite. Multiplication also involves division as well. Okay, so when I talk about multiplication and division are pretty much related. Okay, so let's do this first problem, show you what you need to do. We have x divided by 13. See, it looks like a fraction. Oh, that's not 13. No, I'll be wrong right off the bat. So file, new, let's start right, let's do things right. Okay, x divided by 3 is equal to 13. Now I said divided by 3. It looks like a fraction, but a fraction is a division. You're dividing the numerator by the denominator. So this is a division. How do you solve for x now? Just like in the other video, the equation really does tell you what to do. You do the opposite. If x is, take the point of view of x is being divided by 3. The opposite of division by 3 is multiplying by 3. And so what I'm going to do is multiply that side by 3, this side by 3. And what happens when you do that is the 3's cancel. Leaves you with a nice plain x is 39. There's the answer to that problem. Unfortunately, they don't really want the answer. They want us to tell us what to do. What we just did was we multiplied each side of the equation by 3. And they don't want the answer. I don't know why. It's not hard. But that's what we did. So what do you think you're going to do here? Okay, same thing here. X is being divided by -6. I don't care if it's negative. It's just a number like anything else. Now to get an x by itself, you're going to multiply this side by -6. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. So it looks like I'm going to multiply each side of the equation by -6. Nice. Okay. Oh, look at this. X is being multiplied by a decimal, -3.2. I'm not afraid of decimals, nor you. They're just numbers. To get x by itself, the opposite of multiplying by -3.2 is to divide by -3.2. So basically I have this is equal to 7. So if I really wanted the answer, there's a multiplication there. The opposite of multiplying is simply dividing both sides by 3.2. And then you do the math. Because then you got an x by itself, and the answer would be, go on your calculator, punch in 7 divided by 3.2, and you'll have your answer. But they don't want the answer. They want us to tell us we want to divide both sides of the equation by -3.2. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're going to do for this guy here. Well, I think I can put that right here. 3/7. Okay. X is equal to 14. Now, here's what you're going to do. I think we did this back in chapter 1. All right, when you want a plain x by itself, okay? But unfortunately, we have 3.7 in front of it. I want the number in front of the x to be 1. Okay, that's what I want. How do I get that number 3/7 to look like 1? Well, I know we did something about reciprocals, multiplying by the reciprocal. If I multiply this side by 7/3, the reciprocal of what you see here, guess what happens? 21 divided by 21 gives us the 1. There you go. So then I'd have a plain x. But whatever you do on one side, you got to do on the other. So I got to multiply this side by 7/3. And so then they don't want us to have the answer yet. They just want us to say, well, how would you solve the problem? I would need to multiply by 7/3. Multiply each side of the equation by 7/3. Check your answer. That's it. That's it. Now they want us to solve. Okay? What would you do here? Of course, you would say, take the point of view of x. X is being multiplied by -3. I need to divide by -3 on both sides. What would happen if I divide by -3? I would get that. -3. That's what you would get when you divide both sides by -3. And that's equal to -8. When you do the math, the answer would be -8. Fantastic. What would you do here? K divided by 4. I don't want divided by 4. Multiply this by 4, both sides. Multiply both sides by 4, the 4's would cancel. Gives you a 36. Great job. All right, I'll let you do that one. Okay, I'll do this one. Only because the negative looks kind of onerous. Don't save this. File, new. Okay. Come here, come here, come here. All right, 15 equals. You know, the negative sign can go up top, it can go in the middle, it can go in the bottom. When you have a fraction like that and you want to solve, I would put the negative on the bottom. It's the same value because now you can say, hey, r is being divided by -3. To get rid of the -3, I'm going to multiply that by -3, both sides. The -3's would cancel. That's the versatility of moving that negative sign either in the middle, top, bottom. In this case, moving it in the bottom would give me -45 as the answer. Okay, now I want to solve for p, 4/5. P equals 12. Taking the point of view of p, p's got a 4/5 in front of it. How about if we, whenever you have a fraction, how about if we multiply both sides by 5/4, reciprocal. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the other, 5/4. Because look at this, 20/20 cancels. P, nice p by itself. Now what's this side? Well, 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 5, 15. Or you could have said 12 times 5 is 60 divided by 4. And that's supposed to be 15. That's an ugly looking 15, but I'll make it prettier by putting it right in there. Either way, you get the answer right. I'll let you do that one. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. That looks harder than the previous one. 6/7 m equals 36/49. I want m by itself. In other words, the number in front of the m is 1. To get that number, I'm going to multiply this side by 7/6. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. Goodbye 7s, goodbye 6s. You've got the m's by itself, the m by itself. Now, when you got this big fraction here, it's best probably to divide top and bottom by 6. See, I see 36 and 6. Divide 6 by itself. 6 goes into 36 6 times. 7 and 49. Hey, 7 goes into 49 evenly, so 7 goes to itself once. 49, 7 goes into 49 7 times. I got 6/7 as my value of m. So 6 over, makes a fraction, 6/7. 6/7. Translate to a sentence. here's what you do. The key words in doing this is the equal sign. Of always means multiply. So 2/3 of x, that's multiply, is equal to 12. Well done. What's x? Okay. So what I'm going to do is say 2/3 x equals 12. Multiply both sides by 3/2. Okay, make parentheses out of this. Parentheses out of that. That cancels. X equals 18. 2 goes into 12. 6 times 3 is 18. Yes, it looks like 2/3 of 18 would be equal to 12. Okay, so we got that done. And so what do we got? Find an equation to describe the following situation. A student plans to buy a DVD player. Wow, this is an old question. A DVD player in 9 weeks. If the DVD player costs $225, wow. How much money must she save per week in order to buy it? This kind of reads kind of confusing. If you read this thing here, basically what she wants to do is save up $225 in 9 weeks, assuming she divides 225 by 9. That would be the amount of money she'd have to save per week. So I'm looking for an equation where I would want to divide 225 by 9, and this is the one I'm looking at, because another way of looking at it is, see, if I divide by 9, 225 divided by 9 is basically what she's going to save per week. That's what she says per week. But another way of thinking of it is she wants to make 9 equal payments. And those 9 equal payments have to add up to be 225. I think that's the answer. All this other stuff looks distracting. Oh, don't have to save it. A bus travels 3,888 miles in 81 hours. What's the average speed of the bus? Well, to do the average speed, you got to know this formula. The average speed is equal to distance divided by time. Okay? Distance divided by time. They also call it the speed of rate. Okay? So, I'm looking for an equation where, in order to find the average speed r, I want to take 3888 and divide it by 81 to get the value of r. Now, the only equation that fits the bill looks like this guy right here, because to solve for r, I need to divide both sides by 81, and I would get 3888 divided by 81, because distance divided by the time equals the rate. I've also seen some books call it the speed, but they said speed is equal to r, so got to go with that. I'm going with that. Sure. So what's the average speed? Well, what I'm going to do is break open my calculator right there. I'm going to type in, this is what I'm going to type in, 3888 divided by 81. So 3888 divided by 81 equals 48. Nice even number. Must be right. Nice. Okay. And a customer has only $63 to spend at a local print shop that charges 9 cents a copy. At this rate, how many copies can she afford to make? Well, by looking at this, I don't even think we really need an equation, because 9 cents a copy, if I take 63 divided by 9 cents, that will give me the number of copies that you can buy. So what I'm looking for is an equation where I would have to take 63 and divide it by 0.09, and that would be it. So that would be definitely the answer right there. And the reason being is, if you think about it, 9 cents for every copy, okay, that means 9 cents for every copy has to equal $63. Okay, so that tells you the number of copies you need to divide by 9 cents. Solve the equation. If I divide by 9 cents, C equals 63 divided by 0.09. Nothing like a calculator to make our lives easier. 63 divided by 0.09 equals 700 copies. Nice round number. Enter. Good job. Okay, so this section is done. Okay, solving equations using multiplications property is done. The next section is going to combine both properties, where you need to add and multiply, and that's the heart of algebra, what we're going to do in section 2.3. We'll see you there. Bye.